Hey guys, Blind Roger here, and welcome back for more Trials of Mana. On the last episode, we had to slay our best friend Eagle because we had no choice, thanks to evil magic afoot. And we fled the land of Navarro and arrived in the port city of Jad. And let's talk to this guy. What kind of weapon shop doesn't sell weapons? Come on, these beast guys are itching for a fight. Not sure if I can beat them all on my own though. Curses. Another customer? Sorry, we're fresh out of weapons. Couldn't stop those beastmen from taking the lot. So we need to explore the town of Jad a little bit. When I was younger, I could have taken these beasts to town. Ha! Not with these old bones, though. If I'm not wrong, there's not actually a whole lot we can do here. What's with that look, huh? Move along, human. Fight or step away. That's right, get lost. Jad belongs to Feralia. Don't resist and we may spare you. Right, we got an item shop here. What do you have to sell? Candy, magic rope, and cup of wishes. A medical herb. I think I will buy 3 candies. I mean, that's probably a waste of money, but they're only 5 each, so no big deal. Oh, hey, you look familiar. Ack! Scared me! Shh! Don't tell them I'm here, okay? I'm one of them, but not with them. So can't let them see me, okay? Maybe if you weren't standing in the way, dude. I wonder what'll happen if I do fight them. We'll find out after I'm done searching everything. Let's check out the pub. Beastmen of Feralia look like humans during the day, but at night they transform into animals. Don't leave the house after dark, you hear? If you try to leave the city, night is actually best. Once the beastmen transform, they lose their better judgment. It's easier to sneak past them. Pardon me. I'm looking for my little brother. Have you seen a small lost boy around here? No, I haven't. I see. Thank you anyway. So as you may have surmised, this is the point where all the stories kind of line up. I'm not scared. Okay, now we have seen a small lost boy. So you'll see all the other potential party members around town. Yes, I have seen. Really? Where? Where did you see him? You see... Oh, you lied to me. How terrible. But I suppose you were attempting to cheer me up. I thank you. But I did see him. Well, he's not there anymore. What have we got in the armor shop? Welcome. Well, you're welcome in the shop, but I'm out of equipment. Beastmen are ruining my business. Okay. Not much to do here then. Don't think there's anything we could do on the walls up here. Quit gawking and get lost. Most people would just have slept in the inn, since it is free and all. But it seems like I actually wasted time until it was night. I didn't know, or I didn't remember, I should say, that time passes while you're in town. Usually in video games it doesn't. Yeah, we'll take a rest. Press a button to continue. Oh, you may have noticed that the borders, or not the borders, but the little button prompts on the sides were gone. I found out if you select a game guide on or off, it'll get rid of it, so wish I had realized that before, but oh well. Okay, now I need to sleep till night. So if you sleep during the day, he'll ask if you want to be woken up in the morning or in the evening. So I'm going to select evening. And it's still Luna Day. Now that it's nighttime, we can just walk on out of the city. I won! I don't remember which way I need to go, but obviously not here, because that's a beach. Beaches will have importance later, but right now, it's nothing more than a scenic view. Oh yeah, there's a rabbite. You'll often find monsters sleeping at night, or some monsters may even be asleep during the day. So, one of the interesting things that's in this game that wasn't in Secret of Mana. Okay, there's something around. Oh, there it is. You get a little message when you defeat all the enemies on the screen. Unfortunately, you can't run when there's an enemy nearby you because you draw your weapon automatically, but you can still slowly walk past them if you just want to avoid a fight. It's not really the best thing in the world, but hey, it's functional. Okay, we've got a... oh! This is probably trapped. Oh no, it's not trapped. Got a split path here, and I don't know which way I want to go. Oh, it's not a split path. It just looked like it was. Guys, I'm going to be honest, the last time I played this game was in the early 2000s. So I don't remember everything perfectly well. Astoria, to the south. Okay, that's where we need to go, so let's check out what's to the left. So one thing you may notice is I'm not getting critical hits. That's because, unfortunately, it's broken. It's supposed to work, and that's actually supposed to be one of Hawkeye's fortes, is that he can get a lot of critical hits. But critical hits are broken. They did not fix it for the localization, which I guess makes sense. If Japan has to suffer the bug, so do we, but there's a couple other bugs like that in the game, but critical hits and evasion being broken are the two big ones. Oops, I don't want to save. Alright, we got a little springboard guy here. These were in Secret of Mana, but they did not do this. Let's just let you go up into the Mode 7 map to see where you are in relation to towns and anything of interest, really. Speaking of the Mode 7 map, it is a lot more accurate in this game to what is actually there than Secret of Mana was. Secret of Mana is actually pretty infamous for how much it looks like there should be other things on the map when there aren't. This is an interesting looking area. We may have to remember this and come back later. No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight, too. Is this a dead end? This is a dead end. Okay, looks like we get to hoof it back to that split. That's fine. So, it's going to be impossible for me to do this playthrough for you guys without talking about Secret of Mana a ton and comparing this game to it. Because as a kid who grew up in the 90s, Secret of Mana was something to me back then that it's not to people experiencing it today for the first time. What I mean is it was re-released last year as a full 3D remake with voice acting and all that, and it didn't get a very good reception. Not just because people feel like, you know, the remake infringed on their childhood by worsening the game somehow, but people that were experiencing the game for the first time are noting some of the more, let's call it, 90s charm that the game had. And it was offending their modern gaming sensibilities. And likely this game would offend modern sensibilities for people as well. I'm not going to say this game's perfect, because it is definitely not. But it's special to me for reasons that you kind of had to be there in the moment to really feel me on. This is the lakeside town of Astoria. Did you hear? Jed's been taken over by beastmen. Are we next? You used to be able to go through Cascade Cavern to the east to get to the other side of the lake. Unfortunately, Wendell's closed it off to keep their city safe. Whee! There is nothing inside here. What about this building? Why is Ponta acting up? She's usually so calm. Grrr. Grrr. Get out of my way, pupper. Alright, what do we got over here? Oh, Navarro's quite far from here, young man. The thieves used to have a noble calling, and now I hear they steal from the rich and poor alike. Not to mention the raids. What do they need so much military power for, huh? I just don't understand. You and me both. You know the gold and silver mana statues, yes? Offer a prayer at a golden statue to restore your HP and MP. Both statues will save your data. Yes, this is something I forgot to mention when I observed that statue earlier, but I observed it knowing I wasn't going to save just to restore my hit points. It's something that we will be utilizing a lot throughout the playthrough. Lakeside town Astoria. No one believes me, but I saw it. A strange light was floating over the lake. Maybe it'll appear tonight too. Didn't I just see you a couple screens ago? Man, that guy's fast. Alright, have you got weapons for me? Ooh. Attack goes up by 3. That's a pretty sizable increase for Hawkeye, since he gets 2 attacks. Yep, we're gonna go for it. Come again. So yeah, this game has a lot of jank to it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna defend the jank. I'm just gonna say, in the 90s, we didn't really recognize the jank as being jank. If that makes any sense. Like, Secret of Mana is widely recognized as one of the greatest games of all time, and people kind of hated it last year. A lot of people experiencing it for the first time hated it. See, what made it so special in the 90s was the multiplayer. Back in the 90s, this was like early 90s, by the way, before the N64. And that guy's asleep, so I can't do anything there. But in the early 90s, we didn't have 4-player multiplayer with like every multiplayer game that came out. Secret of Mana supported 3-player simultaneous multiplayer. That's something that was unheard of. So for me, having 2 older sisters that I would often have to fight for control of the TV with, it was a great game because we could all 3 sit down and play it together. Because we actually did have the Hudson multi-tap. Anyway, you pay this guy some money and you can rest in the back room here, and this will maybe trigger a storyline sequence. Who knows? But yeah, that 3-player simultaneous multiplayer was huge. And so we were really wanting more. Just, I say we, but I mean like 90s Nintendo kids. We wanted more. And this is the game we wanted, but I'm not sure how it came about with the confusion, but everybody thought Secret of Evermore was going to be the sequel to Secret of Mana. Like I said, it does reuse some graphical assets and system assets, but it's not related to the game at all. Huh? And we never got Trials of Mana. I don't know if Trials of Mana would have gone over quite as huge because it only has 2-player multiplayer. Yeah, you may have played a ROM of the game that had 3-player, but I assure you that was a fan-made patch that enabled 3-player. This game was never officially given 3-player. What the? A light? Alright, so there's a light outside the window, and now we get to go outside and examine it. What? And now we get to go chase it. Oh, you know what? I should probably equip my weapon. So this is the menu. It kind of replaces most of what the ring menu did in Secret of Mana. Like up here, you can see each character's equipment. We only have one character right now, so this will be the status screen, I believe. Over here, I think this shows you your abilities. Could be wrong. I'm not sure. Like I said, it's been a hot minute. This is a settings menu. This looks like status. Yeah, this is status. That one in the top right must have been like just equipment status. Maybe. Yeah, Oh, this is where we equip stuff. Okay. So we'll put that dagger on. And we have nothing else to equip. Yeah, this must be like abilities or something, of which we don't really have any. This is just a regular status screen. Shows you our class right there. By the way, this game has a class system. You can see that there's room for more than just the 2 options it's showing that we could diverge to. So yeah, there's 2 class change per character. It's a permanent decision. It's one you need to be informed of. I'm just going to let you know right now. When you level up, you get to place a stat point in one of your stats. It doesn't really matter too much for the first 2 class changes, because when you change class, all your stats get boosted to the maximum for the previous class. So don't sweat it too much. That will be important for one of the characters we picked. I guess this just shows you your save files for some reason. This is an important menu here. This is our AI. This is where we adjust our party members, how they'll react to monsters that are close to them, attacking allies, and far away. I'm not going to mess with it for now, and this just lets you change the window, which I don't feel like messing with. Anyway, let's chase down that light. So yeah, when I did finally play this game, it was probably 1996 or 1997. Speaking of a level up, like I said, it doesn't really matter too much on this first 2 classes, so I think I'm just gonna bump up strength for now. Now Hawkeye's best stat is going to be dexterity, but because critical hits are broken, it's not really going to do too much for me until I start getting some abilities that use the dexterity. So right now you can already see a massive increase to my attack between that 1 point in strength and the new weapon. And I think we're actually going to call things quits right here, because this is a pretty good stopping point with a goddess statue right here. On the next episode, we will continue chasing down that light. Thank you guys for joining me on this journey in Trials of Mana, and I will see you guys tomorrow.